Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Learning Torah Lishma. I wanted to let people know this distinction because I think this is a mistake that comes about by not knowing this distinction. And that is that people, when we try to bring up our kids, when it comes to shidduchim, we try to bring them up in a way that they know that they're not there to play around with the girl, but they're there to find their spouse, to get married. Unfortunately, today, the message is not that. That is what the Torah, right? The Torah says, "V'davak bi'ishtai," right? You find your wife and then you cling to her. The whole point, one of the big points of men and boys at a certain age separating is that you should not treat your spouse that you're supposed to be looking the other sex. You're supposed to be looking for your spouse, not a friend. Now your spouse should also have the mile of a friend, of course, meaning that you should want to be around her, absolutely. But it's not just that. You want a deep relationship. You want something that you like welded together, that each one of you accepted and welded together. You don't want something, a friend comes and you could let it go, but a spouse is deeper. It's deeper than that. And that's what the Torah wants us to have. The idea today is just separating, boys and girls, men and women. That became the goal, what they're thinking about, as opposed to the goal is that they should be husband and wife. And then there has to be a minimal type of separation to cause that. But let's say they get into the age of getting married. Right now, the woman has to start dressing better. Also, the man has to, let's say he has dirty tzitzis, or, his shirts are not, they're shriveling up. A man also, the suit is losing its color, right? Also, they have to dress in a more attractive way. That shows people that they want to get married. You understand? And that's there's all different aspects. But the point is very important that people shouldn't think that the point is to separate them. The point is to connect them, but to connect them in a deeper way as husband and wife. There's a lot of people, they get married and they get divorced so quickly. You're like, this is not a friendship that you could just create and divorce. People get divorced within a month, within 3 months, right? Well, what's going on? They looked at it as a friendship. They never learned the whole time that they were separating from a man, they were told to separate. The whole time they were separating from the woman, they were told to separate. But they weren't told, forget about that. The point is to connect. And to connect, you need to have a certain level of richuk, of distancing, and then coming back together. And this makes each one more mature and makes each thing go better. The marriage go better. Everything goes better when you come in with maturity. And in order to get maturity, in most scenarios, and especially here, you have to first separate to a certain extent, and then you come back in with a higher level mind. If you had some time to live that way and think that way, you're separate. I'm a man. What does that mean? What is my responsibilities to him? If you're always around them, then it's hard to learn you have no reason to sit and delve into what me as a man, what's my responsibility? What does it mean to love my wife? And the wife, what is my responsibility? What does it mean to love my husband? But you have separation time, and you're able to think about that, and then come together. You understand? This is very important, and I want to mention that this whole idea that people unfortunately have, that men or what can't go and approach a woman and ask her in a polite, nice way, I would like to take you on a coffee date. Would you be interested? And she could either say yes or no. The fact that this resume comes in, or the parents come in, and all this, when we're talking about adults, this is wrong. This is not Yiddishkeit. This is whatever someone's own ideas, which one could decide to do or not to do. But this is not Yiddishkeit, and it's not what Hashem expects. If Hashem expected that, He would have said that. Our old sages would have said that. They don't say that. They do they do appreciate respectfully going over and asking, if she would like to go on a date. Let's say there's, you live in the town, or you're by the work, you work in the same place, or you've seen each other, let's say on the same train. I don't know, all these different scenarios. You understand? This is 100%, correct, and Hashem wants people to get married. He wants people to get married young and have happy marriages. He wants people to work and learn. Right? Really, it's learn and work. But just since the work has been, unfortunately, people fight against it so much. I said it first, in the first way, because if I say learn and work, then they forget about the work. If I say work and learn, then hopefully they remember that this is wrong. The fact that a young adult, a young male, feels embarrassed to go to work. There's people that are married for years and they feel embarrassed to go to work. It's like really sad what's going on. I want to let you know Hashem loves you, and He set a way to do things. Look in the Rambam, look in the Shulchan Aruch, see what they say. Go in the ways of our holy sages of old. And there's a lot of confusion today. And sometimes we have to go back to a time before that confusion to get out of it. Hashem loves you, I love you, and we wish you all the best and a Freilich and Purim.